14 on Fire is a concert tour by the Rolling Stones, which started on February 21, 2014 in Abu Dhabi. It is a follow-up to the 50 and Counting tour, which celebrated the 50th anniversary of the band. This tour is very much similar to the 50 and Counting. Just like the Urban Jungle portion of the Stones' Steel Wheels Urban Jungle tour in 1990 was similar to the Steel Wheels portion in 1989. 14 on Fire has the same stage design, setlist structure, and clothing merchandise as 50 and Counting. Also, Mick Taylor is a guest throughout this tour just like 50 and Counting. History: on December 3, 2013, the full Australian and New Zealand tour dates were announced and being billed as the 14 on Fire tour. The same day, they announced 4 other dates in Asia and for the first time one show in Abu Dhabi, Middle East. On January 17, 2014, they announced that they will play a one-off show at the Shanghai Mercedes-Benz Arena on March 12, 2014. On February 13, 2014, they announced that they will play a one-night-only show at the Singapore Marina Bay Sands Grand Ballroom on March 15, 2014. On March 12, 2014, they announced that they will headline the Pinkpop Festival in the Netherlands and the TW Classic Festival in Belgium in June 2014. On March 17, 2014, they announced 2 one-off shows in Germany in June, while more major shows in Europe in May, June and July 2014 were announced the following week. Following LeBron Scott's sudden death on March 17 in New York City, Mick Jagger, her life partner since 2001, flew to Los Angeles while the rest of the band returned to England. Scott's body was flown to Los Angeles where Jagger and Scott's brother, Randy Bambraw, coordinated an intimate service on March 25 with about 70 people in attendance. All the Australia and New Zealand shows were subsequently postponed with new dates to be scheduled between October 25 and November 22, 2014. Those dates were announced on April 15, 2014, while 2 new shows were added along with the originally scheduled shows. There will now be a total of 8 shows in Australia and 1 in New Zealand. The performance on October 25 at the Adelaide Oval was the first to be held at the venue since its complete redevelopment. On June 4, 2014, the Rolling Stones performed for the first time in Israel in what was dubbed a historic appearance. The Haaretz going as far as describing the concert as being historic with a capital H. To an extent, the Stones' Israeli debut provided a means of closure vis-à-vis the early background of rock and roll in Israel. In 1965, Prime Minister David Ben-Gurion and numerous politicians in the Knesset, Israel's parliament, had believed at the time that rock and roll performances might corrupt the minds of the Israeli youth. Accordingly, at the time, the State of Israel had cancelled scheduled performances of notable artists. On November 6, 2014, they were being forced to cancel the show at Hanging Rock scheduled for November 8 after Mick Jagger had developed a throat infection. He was under strict unregistered trademark S orders to rest his vocal cords in order to recuperate for the remainder of the tour. Tour band: The Rolling Stones, Mick Jagger, lead vocals, guitars, harmonica, keyboards, Keith Richards, guitars, vocals, Charlie Watts, drums, Ronnie Wood, guitars, additional musicians, Darryl Jones, bass guitar, backing vocals, Lisa Fischer, backing vocals, percussion, Bobby Keys, saxophone, Carl Denson, saxophone, Tim Rice, saxophone, keyboards, Chuck Leavelle, keyboards, percussion, backing vocals, Bernard Fowler, backing vocals, percussion, Matt Clifford, French horn, keyboards, special guests, Mick Taylor, Tanwa Suhoti, Bruce Springsteen, Gary Clark, Jr. John Mayer, Jimmy Barnes, Hunters and Collectors, tour rehearsals and secret warm-up show. In preparation for the tour, prior to the first show, the Rolling Stones rehearsed 65 songs in Bondy near Paris from 3 to February 14, 2014. On February 14, 2014, the 10th and last day of rehearsals, the Rolling Stones invited fans to attend an intimate show at the rehearsal studio in Bondy. Thus, the band performed an impromptu secret warm-up show playing 11 songs to the first 27 fans among a total of approximately 50 ones which were initially standing in front of the studio waiting for the band to appear. For the summer leg of the tour in Europe, the band rehearsed in London from May 14 to May 22 before moving final rehearsals to the Telenor Arena in Oslo, Norway, where they played their first show on May 26, 2014. Set list. This set list is representative of the opening performance in Abu Dhabi. It does not represent all concerts for the duration of the tour. Start Me Up, It's Only Rock and Roll, You Got Me Rocking, Tumbling Dice, Emotional Rescue, Angie, Doom and Gloom, Paint It Black, Hunky Tonk Women, Slipping Away, Before They Make Me Run, Midnight Rambler, Miss You, Gimme Shelter, Jumpin' Jack Flash, Encore 1, Sympathy for the Devil, Brown Sugar, Encore 2, You Can't Always Get What You Want, I Can't Get No, Satisfaction, Shows, see also, The Rolling Stones Concerts, Notes. References. External links, The Rolling Stones.